Hello and welcome to another video. So today we have another interview with a star of WandaVision. Now once again, I'm so blessed to have this experience, and again, massive thank you to every single person that helped me get here and everyone that supported me the whole way. Huge thanks as well to the actor who you'll see in a second for giving me time and just talking to me in general. I had so much fun here. I will leave all his social media links in the description as always, so please support him once you've watched the video. Go and follow all his stuff and show him some love from me, from our community. I don't want to take too much of your time. Here's my second interview with a star of WandaVision. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video and another interview today. I'm joined by another actor from everyone's favourite television show at the moment, WandaVision. I'm here with Chris James. Do you want to say a quick hello? Hi
everybody, really happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Perfect, right. Yeah, so we're not going to waste too much time here. I know you're a busy man, so we'll just jump straight into some questions. I'll start off with the most basic one. How did you get the role in WandaVision? What was the audition process like?
Well, I was actually in New York for a while and I was miserable because they had closed down all the comedy clubs because I'm a stand-up comedian for the most part. And my manager was like, well, why don't you come to California and see if you can audition for some small bit parts, you know, get yourself going, maybe do some acting and stuff because the studios are still hiring for stuff. And I was like, cool. So I came back and meanwhile, I was still doing some stand-up comedy shows online for universities and colleges.
Okay.
And there was a one-line role. And I was like, great. He was like, so he sent me this one-line role, but in fact, there was no line on it. I said, what happened to the line? He goes, they cut the line off. He goes, but you still have to do some acting. I was like, okay, what's the acting? He goes, you know, in the Avengers, everyone gets blipped and they reappear or they disappear. Well, you have to do that in the audition. And I was like, how am I going to make these particles? Because
of course.
You have to imagine the particles. So yeah, they had me reading a book. We did a self-tape at home. So I was reading the book and then I had to kind of I couldn't count to 3 or 4 and then snap out of it. Like I didn't know where I was, or you had to do some other activity and then kind of snap out and like, where the hell am I? And so I had to do that several times and then pick the best one out of those and then send it to a casting director.
Okay.
And then they called me and said, hey, you've got the gig. And I'm like, yeah.
So when you auditioned for the role, did you know it was for WandaVision?
I knew it was for a Marvel show. And then when they sent me the sides, then I knew it was WandaVision.
Okay. So you're from the UK, is that correct?
That is correct, yeah.
Yes. So how did you end up in America? Have you been there for long doing the comedy stuff?
Well, I started off as a model, a fashion model for years ago. And it was a long time ago. I saw you looking at me like, wait a minute, a model?
I was looking like, that makes more sense. That makes sense.
Well, you know, when I tell people I used to model, I told a friend of mine I used to model, and he goes, you?
Oh,
really?
No, not at all.
I said, well, it was a long time ago. He goes, clearly.
I was sold. Okay.
So yeah, I had a modeling contract, and I was working for various companies and catalogs and magazines throughout the United States.
Okay.
And I was doing it in Europe before I came here, and that's kind of how I first was introduced to America.
So just a big chain reaction. You've kind of done a bit of everything then.
Pretty much, actually, and a master of none.
It's very it's very impressive. It's very impressive.
And yeah, so sorry.
I didn't want to cut you off. Yeah, sorry. So you said you had do you know what the line was that got cut? Did you ever get sent the line that you were going to have to perfect?
I wish I knew what that line was.
Oh no, I
would have nailed that line.
You would have. Because I like I said, we secured this interview through TikTok, and I've seen the video of you explaining that you had this one line, and it was my favorite question that I wanted to ask you was, what was the line? I was so excited to find out this one line.
I really wanted to know.
I can imagine you would more than me. So obviously securing a role in a Marvel project, that's a lot of people's dream. Are you a fan of Marvel? Like before WandaVision? Yes, you are.
Yes, I'm a big fan. My main Marvel character that I really liked was the Incredible Hulk.
Okay.
Because he was one of the few he was one of the few heroes of color. So I I know he's green, but
It counts.
you got to take what you can get.
Of course.
And yeah, as a kid, when we had a lot of bullies at school, so I always used to. My mum used to buy me superhero underpants. I had Spider-Man.
Oh, me too. Me too.
You had the superhero underpants?
Look, this is my whole life, of course.
But I really believed I was that superhero. That, you know, when one time there was a lot of bullies and stuff, so I put my superhero underpants. I had to call my mum to school.
Wow.
Because I thought I was Incredible Hulk. And I ripped my shirt off.
And then naturally that's how you got into modeling, of course.
Yeah.
I kind of have a similar story actually. Like when I'm not with the Hulk, my like whole childhood was Spider-Man. I was obsessed with Spider-Man. I was quite nerdy in school too, like similar to Peter Parker. I grew up with the Tobey Maguire movies, and I had every toy. I've got like all the old replicas of all the old toys I had. And I genuinely believe I would climb up the doorways of my house. It's the only thing I would wear was Spider-Man suits. I believe that was Peter Parker when I was like between 4 and 7. So I can 100% believe you on the Incredible Hulk thing.
Yeah, so many kids. I mean, so many kids have like thought they were like and thought they were superheroes.
That's like the whole magic of Marvel, though. Like it's so amazing for kids and adults. Everyone can enjoy it. Like it's unbelievable.
Well, especially back then, when I was a kid, they didn't have all the effects like they have now.
Oh, I know. I've seen all the movies too, and I'm just kind of glad that I'm a little bit past that, a little bit on from now. I mean, we all are. We can all enjoy it now. It's good to look back on though.
Yeah, so, Hulk just had green powder on his skin.
Yeah, I know. He was
a bodybuilder with green powder.
Yeah, I remember. I've seen them. Yeah, Lou Ferrigno. We need to get a cameo from him in a future project. That would be fun.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
So while you were filming your part in WandaVision in the hospital scene, did you know what was going on with the rest of the show, or were you like just tunnel visioned on your one scene and you weren't allowed to know anything else that's going on?
They were very tight-lipped about whatever happened.
I can imagine.
They didn't want any situation.
So
you know too much stuff.
So you filmed a scene and you didn't even really know where it would fit inside the show. Is that right?
No, I had to imagine everything.
Wow.
I thought I was going to meet a bunch of people. I get on there and because it was COVID, it was like, so people had the shields. They had
masks, yeah.
They had COVID supervisors to make sure everyone was wearing their shields.
Yeah.
And I went into the studio. It was just me, and they had the detective lady, Monica.
Yeah, Tiona Paris. Yeah,
that's it. She came in just a little bit after me, and it was just everything was green.
So it was only the two of you in filming together.
Well, I didn't film with her. We had to film separately. She came in after I finished.
Oh, that's crazy. I've seen the scene that you're in multiple times. I've seen it like I don't know how many times. I would never have guessed that. It looks like that wasn't in a hospital.
No, just the green studio.
That's unbelievable.
And everybody had to imagine everything in that scene. You have to imagine every little. The director had to tell you, look, the woman's going to come up to you and scream at you. Someone's going to come and push you. You have to imagine everything.
Oh, that genuinely surprises me. I would have thought you would have like filmed with all the people were in that corridor. That is unbelievable.
Every actor filmed separately.
No, that genuinely shocks me. I'm not just like saying that I would never have expected that. I know that Marvel or obviously have like some of the best CGI in movies, but that's ridiculous. Oh my god.
And then they had to scan us with after they had to scan me with in another studio, my whole body with I think it was 600 or 800 cameras around me.
Oh, to motion capture you.
Yeah, the motion capture. Yeah,
the amount I say this all the time whenever I talk about Marvel, which is every hour basically. The amount of detail that Marvel Studios put in, like the amount of detail to attention it honestly blows my mind every single time I watch anything.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting all that because I've never worked on a project like that before. And even though it's very small, it was very big.
I've never worked on anything like that, of course, but I would never have expected that either. That's really like shocked me. So how long did you spend on the set while you were filming your scene? How long did that take?
So I got there in the morning, and we were done by like maybe I think about 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
So it was just just one day, one
One
solid
day, one day for me.
one
One day
afternoon.
for me. Yeah,
Oh, for you, yeah, of course, of course.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so what did it feel like as a Marvel fan? Like you said, what did it feel like when you found out you were going to be in the first the first MCU Disney Plus show for Marvel?
I was really excited. I was, especially that I just arrived in California.
Yeah,
I
that's
was,
correct me if I'm wrong, but it's your first acting role, is that right?
it wasn't my first acting role, but it was my actually my first acting role was on Buffy the Vampire. So,
Really?
yeah. I actually posted that on TikTok too.
Oh no, I saw that. I see. I knew I was wrong. I actually have seen that video. It's the one. It's just before the WandaVision videos.
Yeah, so I have had done certain parts as other parts as well on stuff, but this one was definitely the I think it's probably the I think it's probably the most special project that I've been on.
Oh,
It's
I can.
even I had a small role, it was the most like for
Oh,
credit wise. Now, if I put that on, that's on my resume, it's
oh,
gonna
of
get
course. Yeah,
help me with other stuff.
because they're like at the moment, it's kind of undeniable. The most successful movie studio, like worldwide, Marvel Studios, they're just kind of killing it in every front, every possible way. So yeah, that's a big flex having that on your CV now that you've been in a Marvel project for sure.
Yeah, it's yeah. So I was overwhelmed. I was just like really really happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So this is kind of like a funny question, and you might not, but I have heard some actors when they get a small part, where they don't have much dialogue or anything, they give their character, they make a backstory for their character themselves. Did you ever give your character? Did your character ever have a name that you gave him that you referred to it as, or like some weird story involved with him, or was it just the guy
well,
coming at the door?
basically I imagined that I had my family.
Okay.
I was looking for my family, and I was panicked because I couldn't find my family anywhere. And I was visiting someone, and I didn't know where, I didn't know what was going on, and my family was missing, and I was very lost and
It's
disoriented.
probably the most likely thing that would happen, I suppose, if you're trying to get in the mindset of this man who's randomly appeared back in a hospital after 5 years, you know?
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
what the director was letting me know. Is it's like, yeah, your family, you really miss your family, you don't know where they are, and you're just panicked, and just let that set in for a while. And I was
Okay.
like, okay. And then he was like, you ready? I'm like, yeah. And we did several different takes,
Okay. So,
and he threw different scenarios as well. He was excellent. He really, really good.
yeah, again, it just goes to, it's a big shout out to the attention to detail that they show.
Hmm.
So did your character have a name at all, or did you name him? No.
I named him the Blip Guy.
The blip guy. Okay.
Blip Guy number two. I
Eh,
think there was about four of us, and I think they actually put that on the call sheet. Blip, blip person.
okay, so you were number two.
Yeah, I think I was number two. I think I was blip guy number
I
two.
feel like you did probably deserve to be blip guy number one, but
Oh, thank you. I'm
I
very
know.
flattered.
Of
Thank
course,
you.
of course. That could be a superhero name, in the future. You could get a call back, blip guy. You
Yeah,
never know.
reappearing blip guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of covered this already, but was there any other sort of shocks or things that surprised you while you were on set, besides the fact that it was green and there was nothing there? Anything else that was kind of
The thing
surprising?
that surprised me, I think, yeah, just it was mainly the green screen
Yeah.
and just having to imagine
Okay,
everybody
I
and how
can't imagine
detailed it was.
I can't imagine what that would be like. Yeah.
And also, I had to do a lot of running
A lot of running. Why?
because I had to run down the corridor.
Oh my.
So there's a lot of stuff that they shot that they didn't use, and in fact, there's a lot of and sometimes there's might be an incident where they just won't even use your clip; they just cut you out.
That must feel so bad.
Yeah, can you imagine?
I
And they
know.
were,
You'd be
hey, I'm
so excited. I imagine you tell like all your family and friends and everyone, yeah, and then you're just not there, and you're like, I promise I did not make that up, you know.
well, I've seen that at a movie premiere as well. A friend of mine, he was in a movie, and he had a pretty prominent part, but they edited it out. And he invited his friends, his family.
Oh, so that's even more rough if you're not told and you're waiting for your big moment.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was horrible.
I
He
can't
had a
imagine.
little tiny section where they said, "Oh, there he is," and he was gone. And I was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
I can't
I
imagine
let people."
how gutted you would feel after that.
Oh, he was. Well, he was my friend of mine. It was horrible. It took him a while to recover from that.
So you obviously watch the show, right? You're a fan of the show.
Yes, I love
Yes.
it. I
Okay,
love it.
so from a fan point of view, what's been your favorite moment so far in the show, or
Oh
the thing that's give
man.
you the biggest reaction?
Gosh.
And sorry, I just want to say, as of right now of recording, we've only seen up to episode 8, so we don't know what
Yeah.
happens after episode 8 so far.
I think when Wanda chased the FBI cops. What episode was that?
Oh, when she came outside the hex.
Yes. I
Oh
love
yeah. Oh,
that.
and you see her in the end game suit one more time,
Yes.
and the accent comes back. My reaction, I freaked out at that part. But for me, it was the Evan Peters reveal because I'm a massive X-Men fan, and
Right,
that
right.
bit just blew. Oh, that was the best thing for me. He's one of my favorite characters of all time. So did you meet anyone, despite having a small role on the show? Did you? I know you said that you didn't meet as many people as you maybe wanted to, but did you meet anyone kind of that we would know while you were on set?
While I was on set, it was just I didn't meet her, but she was. Oh, actually, there was another lady that played the nurse. She was there. That I saw her on the way coming out, and we had a little talk, but none of the main characters. Only Monica, really. The lady, the detective lady. What's
Okay.
um?
I said
She's
Tiona Paris.
Tiana. Yeah, she
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
Yeah, she was the only one, but I didn't actually meet her.
I think so. You mentioned earlier that you looked up to the Hulk because it was a hero of color, which there wasn't many of. Tiona Paris is actually the first female black superhero with prominent powers in the MCU. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, yeah.
When that episode came out, it was a massive deal. I was really
And
excited.
back then, yeah, and back then I didn't really know of any really when I was a kid. I just knew of
Yeah, they were kind of more obscure. They're never the mainstream
the
characters.
main ones. Yeah, I knew really the mainstream characters when I was a kid.
Well, yeah, so she is making moves in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I can't wait to see her in future projects too. She looks awesome.
Yeah, yeah, she looks great. Mate, they were all doing a great job. I'm really excited to see more Marvel
Oh,
shows.
me too. Yeah, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So were you happy with your role, or would you have preferred, maybe a little bit bigger role, or would you not want that pressure?
You know what? I'm happy with what I got. I would have. It would be nice. I'd be ecstatic if I had even a bigger part. But with what I've got, I'm happy with.
Oh yeah, you can't complain. You can't complain, I suppose. But
No,
a bigger
not at
part
all.
would have been awesome if you got like maybe a couple lines, a little power slid in there somewhere.
With great roles become great responsibilities.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I love that. You never know. I fully expect to see you in an upcoming project. Marvel bring everyone back. Everyone's there for a reason.
You know what? I'm gonna keep going to the gym and just trying to build some of those muscles. So who knows? They might bring me back as a little hero.
Yeah,
Who knows?
we'll see you in She-Hulk. You'll be a
There
cameo.
you go.
So I touched on it earlier. So we I know of you obviously from WandaVision, and you've recently started posting a lot on TikTok, and your videos have been kind of blowing up at WandaVision. I've seen all the support. Does it surprise you the amount of overwhelming support that you've received on TikTok?
I was actually really shocked. Actually, I wasn't sure because with TikTok, it's still, you don't know what's going to go viral. Because
Oh, of course.
I was doing stand-up comedy on there, and I was doing some of my jokes on there, and then I did one with Norm.
Yes.
I did it with Asif Ali. I did a video with Asif Ali on there, and that got a lot of views. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, and
I saw
people
that
were
one. I saw
really
that one.
responsive, and they were commenting, and I was like, wow, we should do it. I should do
Like
another one.
I saw your videos pop up without even following you. So yeah, they kind of spread wide.
Yeah, it's been fun and they're really nice. I like the fans of Wonder
That's
Vision.
so that's how I have my following is through TikTok. So yeah, the community on TikTok, especially, I can't talk for everywhere else, but the Marvel community on TikTok is really strong. It's a really great place to be.
Yeah, they're fun. They're really nice people, really,
Yeah.
and creative too.
Oh yeah, very very creative.
I've had them draw pictures of me, and there's an artist who did like painting, and there's a guy who did a Lego. Because I did a challenge, a blip challenge.
I saw.
And there was people who use Legos. There were artist painters. There were
Unreal.
people doing effects. It was crazy. It was fun.
So, so you sound like you know a lot about TikTok in terms of like the Marvel side. Have you seen all the support for Randall Park's Jimmy Woo? How this is like the
Yes.
joke that's taken over the whole Marvel fandom at the moment.
Jimmy Woo's name has come up in my comments. Like I've lost
Oh,
count.
literally, I'm the same. You know, there's thousands and thousands. The MC Woo, the Jimmy Wooniverse, like there's so many. Um, yeah, I can't believe that joke's went so big. Like even the actors in the show, I've seen that joke now. Like that's it just shows how if I don't know how to say this. Like the Marvel fans, if they tunnel vision on one thing, they will make it a thing, and it will go everywhere. Like it's ridiculous. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm amazed how TikTok is working. It's unbelievable.
Okay, so
Mm.
including TikTok in this video, that's where I'm from. I'm a Marvel fan, obviously. I reached out to my audience and to followers to send in questions to try and involve as many people as possible to get the chance to ask someone who is in like kind of all our favorite show at the moment some questions. So I've got these are kind of more fun questions that I'm just going to go through from people who are watching. Okay.
Okay.
So this one's from I'm going to butcher this name, Hosfer Voltung, and he says, "What's your favorite movie of all time?"
My favorite movie of all time. Oh, that's a hard one because there's
It's a
so
very
many.
yeah, it's a very hard
There's so
question.
many.
Maybe like a
There's an
top three.
action movie. I really like. I love The Matrix for some reason.
It's like, for some reason they're great movies, of course. Yeah,
Yeah, The Matrix. When that first Matrix came out, it blew my mind.
I remember watching them. I first watched them when I was really young, and I had no clue what was going on in the slightest. But then I watched them when I was older. Yeah, the Matrix is a good choice, a solid choice.
Yeah,
So
Matrix, and I would say Star Wars as well. When it
oh,
first
I'm
came out.
a huge there's Star Wars stuff here. I'm a huge Star Wars fan too. Star Wars and Marvel, that's my thing. This question is from Josh from Discord. Did you keep anything from the set? Did you get the chance to keep anything from the set?
I would have loved to keep anything for the set, but no, I didn't get anything. My friend Norm, he got plenty.
I
Massive got plenty of stuff.
I saw this video. That video got posted earlier, and he had like keychains and coasters and jackets and chairs. He had all sorts. He had
They
like a
didn't
whole.
even.
He loaded the whole set into his car and left with it.
I think I had a cup of coffee. That's it. I didn't even have WandaVision on it.
But you've got it on a shelf somewhere. You'll cherish that one
Yeah,
cup of
I'll
coffee
cherish that little cup of coffee.
and until your next appearance.
Yeah.
This is a good question from Cal's Comics. If you could, what's your most anticipated Marvel project for the future? So you have all these, God knows, I think it's like 26, 27 projects announced. Which one are you looking forward to from a fan perspective the most?
Do you know what is funny? I really would like to get, because obviously Incredible Hulk is my favorite. I'd like to see what they do if they do another one.
I've said this for so long that we need. He only got one standalone movie inside the MCU, and then he got recast. So yeah, an Incredible Hulk 2 would be incredible. Oh,
Yeah,
I was going to say incredible. It would be fantastic. I'd love to see that as well.
and that's not an easy one to do the effects for.
Oh, definitely. I can't imagine. I do not know how they would do that. I can't imagine how they would make a hospital, let alone an Incredible Hulk. But of course, Mark Ruffalo is going to appear as the Hulk inside She-Hulk, the TV show. So that'll be cool.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay,
And I
I'm
think
looking for that.
Tim Roth's Abomination from the first movie is confirmed to appear in the show as well. So that'd be pretty cool.
Do you know is Silver Surfer's Marvel? Is he?
Yeah, Marvel. That's like a Fantastic Four related character.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Silver Surfer.
The Silver Surfer is one of my favorite characters, and if he joins the MCU, I will be so excited. It's one of my all-time favorite characters.
Yeah, Silver Surfer would be
He's
nice.
very cool.
Yeah.
This question is from Bellicose. If you could be any Marvel character, who would it be and why? And I think we've already kind of covered this.
Yes, the Hulk, man.
The Incredible Hulk, of course.
The Hulk, man.
Okay.
Yeah, Hulk. Just definitely the Hulk. That's it.
There was no other one, no second choice there. So you almost let one come out.
Yeah, I'm thinking who else? I would like Spider-Man actually. Spider-Man would be good.
Okay, this is a similar question. This is just from me. If you could have one power for real life, so like there's no villains you have to fight, you don't need to be immortal or anything unless you want to. What's like a power you would like in real life that would be like a fun one to have?
Oh man, that's a good one. Oh, I can only pick one.
You can pick two. You can pick two because there's too
Okay.
many good ones. There's too many good ones.
Okay. Definitely uh strength,
Okay,
like uh, and invisibility.
so that's a lethal combo.
If you're invisible, you can just throw everybody around.
Oh yeah, the best part, you wouldn't have to take two trips for when you buy your shopping, the amount of bags, you just take them all in one go.
Oh, that too. And then also, if I could have a third, it'll be flying.
Flying would be elite. I think my choices, I'd have to go super speed because it just seems like such a fun power to mess with whatever you want and no one would notice you. And teleportation. So
Oh yeah,
you
that's
got
a
you
good
got
one.
you got your Caribbean background right now. You could literally have your Caribbean background, like teleportation, especially in a time of in the state of the world right now. Teleportation would be a great power to have.
What's that villain who's in the X-Men? Is it Magneto?
Magneto.
Who can make all the you know
I've,
what? Magneto's
literally,
powers.
I've got a Magneto figure right here. Magneto is my all-time favorite villain in movies. I've got my little Magneto figure right here. Magneto's powers are some of the best. I love him so much.
Actually, Magneto. I take all that back. Magneto.
I don't blame you. Yeah, Magneto is a solid
You
choice.
remember when he did the with the cop cars and he's just
Oh, and he
on
just
the bridge?
yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a part in X-Men First Class, I believe, and he
Mm.
just lifts up the whole stadium, a whole stadium.
Oh,
It's just Magneto's too cool. He's too cool.
yeah, Magneto is a very, very cool villain.
Also, fingers crossed he shows up in WandaVision.
Oh,
We've got this cameo that we've still not seen. I'm hoping it's Magneto because that's
yeah.
Scarlet Witch's real dad in the comics. So
Oh, that's right. Oh,
yeah,
wow, that'd be
and
fun.
that's who I hope. I don't know how plausible it is, but I've been manifesting this for like 7 weeks now, and I really don't want to be let down. Um, I've got a question here from Pixicle. How does
Mhm.
it feel being the best character and carrying WandaVision?
I don't know. My back's sore from carrying the weight of this role.
This question is from Elkington. Are
Uh-huh.
you into sport?
Am I into sport? I kind of like boxing. I've been taking up boxing. So I've been doing boxing training in the park. I've found a new love for that. I used to do martial arts when I was a kid.
Yeah, what kind of martial arts did you do?
Tang Sudo. It's like Taekwondo.
Very cool. So
Yeah.
I know I keep saying this, but if you did get that callback for a Marvel role, you're kind of you've got everything. You've got acting, you've got the fighting presence, the strength. You're good. You're ready.
I'm ready.
So there's another question, but I think we did kind of cover it. Did you make any friends while you were on set, whether they were an actor or not? Anyone?
No, because I mean, here's the thing. That's the thing unfortunately,
Yeah,
about social
yeah,
distance with the pandemic is that you really
yeah.
they want as few people on set as possible and
Well,
as little
yeah.
interaction as possible.
I assume that question was asked thinking that the hospital scene was filmed with everyone there, which obviously we
Yes,
just found
yes.
out was not. So yeah, um, let me swap over here. Uh, so we have. Sorry, 1 second. This question from Tom557. If you could have a bigger part in Marvel, would you rather play a hero or a villain?
Would I play a hero or a villain? Oh, let me turn that off. I don't know how
No
that.
problem. No problem.
I would play a hero or a villain. It'd be fun to play a villain.
A
Playing
villain would
villains
be
is fun
fun.
because we just talked about Magneto. So I
Oh
was just
yeah,
like, oh,
if
it kind
because
of
like
would be fun.
villains kind of get a bit more leeway with what they do as well. You don't have to be all mighty and like all for the greater good. You can kind of just do what you want as a villain. You
Yes,
get a
yeah,
bit more fun. Villains are more fun.
yeah. I think I'd have more fun with a villain as a villain for sure. Yeah, a
Okay,
villain. I think I'd be a villain.
I think I know the
And if
answer
you
to
could
this.
pick, yeah,
Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
and if it could be a villain, it would be someone like Magneto.
Of course, yeah. Magneto or I love the Green Goblin from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man movies.
Oh right, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Willem
yeah.
Dafoe. I like the
Yeah,
Green
he's
Goblin too,
great.
but
Yeah, he was
I feel
great.
like you could definitely have a lot more fun as for Magneto. Here's a question from Star Platinum. Your favorite MCU movie? And we'll go with your top two because I think it's going to be the Hulk.
Oh man, I like the Endgame, Avengers again,
Yeah,
Endgame.
you can't go wrong. The fact that they even managed to pull that off still blows my mind.
Yeah, the end game, that was crazy, man. Yeah.
Okay, we have a question here from Blame Zane. What was this is about your stand-up career, like your stand-up comedy kind of stuff. What's the most embarrassing moment you've had during a gig or a show?
On a cruise ship.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Because if you have a bad show on a cruise ship, you got to spend 7 days with the same audience.
Oh my!
And you can't hide.
Has that happened to you?
Yeah, I had.
Oh my!
Because it was really like the generation was like 6 or 7 generations, really really old folks, and they didn't like some of the jokes that I had. They couldn't relate to them. They probably thought them may have thought that they were offensive or something. So I was trying to hide, and I went to go to the buffet, and one guy goes, "Hey, you the British guy from the show the other night?" I was like, "Nah, man, that guy sucked," and I went back to my cabin.
That's unreal. That's unreal.
And you know the crazy thing was, there was one other black guy on that ship. And he came up to me and he complained.
He got the flack. He got the flack. He got the blame.
Yeah, he got some of the blame because he was walking around. He says, "Hey man, will you tell these folks that I'm not you?"
Oh my god, I can't imagine. That must be. Oh, that's like jail. You're like in prison for the next 7 days.
Oh, it's horrible. It's torture.
Oh, I have like I get stage fright doing anything. I couldn't imagine what that would be like. Oh no, I'd rather you than me. Rather you than me.
Yeah.
I've got five questions here, and they're kind of controversial questions within the Marvel fandom.
Okay.
So we're gonna go. It's like a little fast fire. Team Iron Man or Team Captain America?
Oh man, Iron Man.
Me too. I'm Iron Man. No,
Captain America actually. No, Iron Man. No, I'm sticking Iron Man.
It's a hard question. It is a hard question. Wanda or Vision?
That is a tough one. Ah, man. I've got to say Wanda, man.
Okay.
Vision. I don't know. It's hard. That's a hard one. Who's giving these questions? That's a hard one.
These are my questions.
Oh, these are ones.
I had to throw in some 50-50s.
Do you know what? Do you know why I picked Wanda? Because it's just the powers. But yeah, I like Vision's chillness, and
he's very suave. He's very suave.
Yeah, he's very cool.
Very cool guy. Yeah. It's a hard question.
It's a hard one. You know what? If I wanted to hang out with somebody and have a good time, just like chill and talk, it'd be Vision.
Yeah, I actually I had the pleasure of speaking with Asif the other day, and he said that Paul was one of the most fun people on the whole set to work with. He was the biggest laugh on set. So yeah, I bet he'd be a really fun time to hang out with.
Yeah.
Darcy Lewis, who's like the detective in WandaVision, or Jimmy Woo, Randall Park's character.
For the sake of my TikTok friends, Jimmy Woo.
if you don't say Jimmy Woo, you're going to get cancelled.
TikTok will ban me.
Oh, literally, the comments, you'll be destroyed. Yeah, you can't stand up to the Jimmy Woo army.
Nah, man. Anyone asks me anything about Jimmy Woo, I'm just like, the greatest ever in the whole world.
Oh yeah, the strongest Avenger.
The strongest.
Yeah. Who is your favorite Spider-Man actor? You got Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland.
Oh, you know what? I did like Tobey Maguire.
Tobey was my favorite because I grew up with him. So yeah, I like Tobey. I like all of them. No hate on all. They're all fantastic, but yeah, Tobey Maguire for me.
He looks so vulnerable, and to see him as a superhero,
he goes from like a proper nerd, like getting bullied.
Yeah,
he looks it as well to Spider-Man. Yeah, I grew up with him, and that's the one I related to as a kid, and kind of genuinely thought I was for a while. So, you win credits for me on that answer. So final question to sort of wrap things up, and is, in your opinion, who is the most powerful character in the MCU? Not necessarily strongest, the most powerful in general. Everything, yeah.
Wouldn't you say Captain Marvel?
Everyone says something different. I would say Scarlet Witch, but Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Thor, like they're all up there. Even the Hulk, they're all up there at the top. It's it does kind of come down to what you personally think. But Captain Marvel, it's very, very, very powerful.
And does Hulk get stronger and stronger, right? He can get stronger and stronger.
The angrier he becomes, the higher, like, it's an infinite amount of power. But
Yeah.
in the MCU, we haven't seen it as of yet. Fingers crossed. That was something I would love to see. But yeah, the angrier it becomes, the stronger, and there's no cap on it, so it can go, like, through the roof.
Yeah. So
It's a hard question. It's a hard question. I had to.
That is tough.
That's why the controversial ones where you don't know what to say at the end. I think I just about wraps everything up here. Do you have anything you want to say or promote, or any social medias you want to plug?
Just TikTok, guys. If you want to follow, I'm going to be posting more on TikTok. Chris James Comic. Yep. You guys have been great. Thanks for having me on your show. I really appreciate it.
I will link. Obviously, I'll link your TikTok in the description if you want to follow Chris, which you definitely should. His videos are hilarious. The WandaVision videos especially. So, yeah, you can catch WandaVision. The season finale comes out on Friday. I'm very, very excited for it. I'm sure you are too.
Yes, definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
If you want to get involved in any other interviews, you can join the Discord server down in the description, and this is where I reached out to the questions for yourself and for other people. So if you want to be involved in the future, join the server. We have a big community over there. But yeah, apart from that, thank you so much for your time. I feel very honored, very blessed. Yeah, we need to stay in touch. We'll do it again sometime. If you get a bigger role,
definitely.
I want to be there. I want to be hit up for it.
Oh man, I'd love to come back. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks, man.
So there we go. Another interview down with another star of my favorite TV show in the world at the moment. WandaVision's killing it. You guys are killing it with the support, giving me opportunities to talk to actors like this. It's honestly such a special thing for me to do. Massive, massive thank you again to Chris James. Thank you for taking time out of your day to talk to me. And thank you guys for submitting questions. You heard me say it already, but if you want to be involved in the next interview or videos in the future, join my Discord in the description. There's also a link to my Loot Crate code. You can go and buy Marvel Loot Crates. Use code Andrew at checkout. You get 15% off, and you get loads of cool Marvel merchandise like myself. But yeah, huge thanks to you guys for supporting me, sending in questions. Thanks to Chris again. This has been an unreal experience, and we may or may not, we do have another interview coming out in a few days. Another one. I can't believe it's happening. We have another interview coming out, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be awesome. Once again, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.